if someone said to me, here is £100,000 and you have to spend it immediately on your child, what do you spend it on? And I'm not talking about investing in like stocks, shares, bonds and all the rest of it, right? I'm talking about what do you spend it on? I will spend it on traveling. Because when you build a world view, you change your narrative. Now, I used to believe there was 5 stages of success. Yeah, I've actually adjusted it in recent times to 6 stages of success. Just like there's 6 stages of failure, right? So what are they? Stage number 1 is environment, energy, right? Now, when I was young, I went to Jamaica for 6 months because my parents are from Jamaica, yeah? And my cousins are swimmers. I mean, they're swimmers. Jamaicans who can swim and fish, they are swimmers at the highest level. They don't need scuba diving equipment. They can do it, yeah? And I was a half decent swimmer. I was pretty good. Clearly didn't match them when I discovered how good they were swimmers. And what happened was we went in by Clarendon, we jumped into the sea together and we went down. We came back up and we went down and we came back up. But I didn't turn around and I didn't look at the shore, which I should have done. So after about 2 miles, I turned around and the shore was like a dot. And as soon as I saw that shore being the dot, the beachfront being a dot away, I panicked and I started to drown. And in that moment of drowning, all I could think about was survival. I didn't think about how beautiful Jamaica was anymore. I didn't think about how beautiful the sun was. I was in survival mode. And it's the same thing with an environment. When you're in survival mode, there's no space to think about opulence and wealth and success. And that's the problem what happens with most of us. When we're in survival mode, there's no space to think about how luxury and amazing our possibilities can be. Right? Just like when I was drowning in that moment. Yeah. So in order for us to get to stage 2, which is having a belief system that is possible, we have to deal with stage 1, which is environment. Are we drowning in that environment or are we thriving in that environment? Right. So stage 1 is to make sure that our mood, our energy and our emotions is at a certain space, what I call a proton state. Yeah. A proton state is positive, electrons negative, neutrons is somewhere in between, and that's all the constituents. What is more, there's photons and there's quarks and all the rest of it within the constituents of an atom, yeah? But when we're talking about a proton state, you're in a positive energy state, right? In order for us to be in a positive energy state, our environment has to stimulate us. It has to be in a good state, yeah? The people around us has to be in a good state. So, stage 1 is important.
Let me ask you something about environment stimulating people, right? Mm-hmm. It could stimulate in a negative way also, and people might not even realize it. Mm-hmm. Because the reason I say that, I see some youngsters are stimulated by the environment because they, like you said, they might not have been well traveled, they might not have seen any better, or or seen any positive role models. So how do you decipher what stimulation to run towards in terms of, okay, I recognize I'm in a negative environment? But some people don't even recognize it.
No, they do. They do.
Yeah?
They do. Because here's the thing. You just put your hand on your heart, right? And you'll feel, I feel angry. I feel depressed. I feel lonely. I feel happy. I feel joy. I feel exuberance. I feel depressed. I feel hopelessness. You know how you feel, but here's what you are saying, which I agree with. Sometimes we get so conditioned to our feelings that we think that this is normal.
Yeah.
Right? So we do identify how we feel. We feel it within our viscera. Yeah? We feel it when we get up in the morning. We feel it when we look around and our parents are crying. We feel it when we have to be in a fight every day. We feel it when we're in a state of hypervigilance. We feel it when we know we have to fight every day. We have to fight physically. We have to walk with a knife. We have to walk with a gun. We have to walk with... We know that we're in a certain state, But what you are saying, which I agree with, is that sometimes we can become so conditioned to it, we now think that this is normal. Do you know what I'm saying? But we do know when we're in survival mode. We do feel it.